Welcome everybody. In this video, in this live stream, I'm going to talk about the latest developing news from the Dogecoin developers. They are working on the Rosetta API, which you see right here on the screen, to integrate or rather implement Dogecoin with Coinbase. What's up, YouTube community? Welcome to Invest Desk. This is your #1 channel bringing you the latest news, forecasts, and updates regarding cryptocurrencies, especially Dogecoin. Right here, my name is Syed, and we are going to take a look at the Rosetta API and how Dogecoin developers are integrating this with Coinbase. So let's check this out. Let me set up my chat here right after this. All right, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're already here, welcome back. Appreciate your support. We're going to be talking about Rosetta, which is an API, application programming interface, and Dogecoin developers are working to integrate Coinbase with Dogecoin itself. So let's first find out what they're actually up to and what's going on. And then I'm going to show you what they're actually working on. So here it is Dogecoin Rosetta API implementation. Just a few hours ago, what they've done is they've set up an organization and a repository on GitHub for Shibes to collaborate on a Dogecoin Rosetta API. And what this does, it's going to do is, of course, simply integrate it. What API does is integrate, two different softwares and acts as a bridge, right? That's in layman terms. Think of it this way. So Dogecoin is going to be integrated with Coinbase, but it's actually much more than that. All right, it's not just this particular thing we're looking at. It's just more than that, because check this out. Check what actually Rosetta does, right? So the Rosetta API is basically allows you to integrate your blockchain everywhere. So not just with Coinbase. Once the developers successfully build Rosetta, they would be able to then use this particular API to integrate with other exchanges. And that is just super, super exciting. So it's not just with Coinbase. Coinbase is just a start, right? And of course, they will go beyond this. And that's super exciting news. So keep that in mind. All right, let me check back with comments and see how our connection is. Perfect. Looks great. Welcome, everybody. Let me put some comment here. We are back live again. All right. Ghost the Alien Hunter. Yes, sir. Welcome. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Craig, for joining. Alejandro, thank you so much. Hello, Luke Davies. Good morning or good evening for me. Good morning. Thanks so much. Welcome, everybody. Angel, hey, it's all good again. Woo, yes, you bet. And I think what was going on, I was trying to stream on Facebook at the same time, and I think that's what the Facebook servers must be really down, and that's what's causing maybe. I don't know. I'll do some troubleshooting later on. But yeah, we're good. We're back. Craig, I just heard Elon Musk is going to make a public announcement about Tesla accepting Doge, but will all things internet, I am not sure of the whether it's just going to be true or not. So yeah, I have some great news about Elon Musk too. He's still talking about Doge, guys. I mean, he just cannot let this go. I don't know, but we'll talk about it. But very importantly, Dogecoin Rosetta API implementation. This is, once again, if you're right here on this channel, you guys are making history, guys. All right, this is history. This is building Dogecoin, taking Dogecoin to the next level. All right, welcome Luke, welcome Gracely, welcome Syed, welcome Keynes. Hey, all of you guys, excellent. Thanks for joining in. Thank you for your support. And if you're new, by the way, hit the subscribe button and smash that like button while you're here. We are going to be talking about the Dogecoin Rosetta API implementation, which is going to allow Dogecoin to be listed on Coinbase and integrated using the API. And that's exactly what the Dogecoin developers are doing, and they're actually calling out to other developers. If you are a developer, definitely they need your support. So what they've done is they've set up an organization and a repository on GitHub, and of course we'll take a look at that too. I have that open. And of course, I've forked the repository for myself. Maybe I'll chip in a little bit, right? If I can, any which way, definitely. So as they have had several discussions about Coinbase integration lately, and one of the requirements from Coinbase is that there is a maintained Rosetta API implementation for every asset they list. Complying with this requirement is good for Dogecoin. This also further improves commonalities with other coins that implemented this API, which means that development towards this can actually serve much more than just the Coinbase requirement. Check this out, guys. This is super exciting. So if these developers who are actively now working on the Rosetta API, if they end up completing this API integration with Coinbase, this automatically would imply that Dogecoin will have the ability to be listed on a number of other exchanges without any problem. And those exchanges will welcome Dogecoin to be listed on them. And you know what that means, right? More buying of Dogecoin. Even institutional investors. There's some breaking news this morning about JP Morgan, about Grayscale. All of these institutions are actually looking into offering Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency to their clients. So things are just going to mushroom pretty soon, right? That's what it is. So this effort should not be driven inside the Dogecoin Core client or from the project team, because that would create a hard to maintain tight coupling and divert time that is needed for Dogecoin Core development. We can and will, of course, help technically and organizationally. So this is super exciting news, guys. What do you think? Let me know in comments. Do you think this is really something that's going to fly? I definitely think so. All right. Check up some comments. Welcome, Sandeep. Welcome, Ashabir. Welcome. If you're new, by the way, make sure to hit the subscribe button, guys, and smash that like button and the bell notification. So we're going to be talking about the Dogecoin Rosetta API implementation, linking Dogecoin with Coinbase, and not just Coinbase. If this API is developed within Dogecoin, of course, it will allow Dogecoin to be, linked with other platforms or other exchanges as well. So definitely. All right. So let's check some comments here. Hi, I have Dogecoin domain. How can you help me make this website useful for Dogecoin families and their, well, the more the merrier. If you have it, let us know. Let us know the URL. We're happy to support. We're happy and we welcome, of course, all of the other Doge army, right, that we have here, and we're growing like crazy. And that's exactly what we're talking about here, is the actual Dogecoin implementation. But before I go further, let me show you a quick tweet from Elon Musk. Just came out. And he's replying to Lex Fridman here. Sometimes it's about Doge. And this was an hour ago. I retweeted it, of course. But this is Elon Musk talking about Doge. And the actual conversation was being held with Lex Fridman here, right? And he does podcasts. So social media and the press are currently incentivized to drastically exaggerate narratives of division. This in turn creates more division, and the downward spiral continues. I hope to build tech that changes these incentives. I believe there's much more love than hate in the world. That's what Lex Fridman wrote or tweeted. And of course, Elon Musk says sometimes it's about Doge. He replying to Lex Fridman. And then he goes on, he says, Alexa says, this tweet is not about Bitcoin. Not everything is about Bitcoin, or is it, right? So yeah, Elon Musk is thinking Doge, is definitely thinking Doge all the time. Let me know what you think. This right here, sometimes it's about Doge, and it is for Elon Musk. And I thought I had a comment here. One of you guys just commented whether Elon is thinking of getting Dogecoin in Tesla, right? Did I miss that? It was somewhere up here. I don't know. All right, we'll come back to it. So yeah, GG Plays, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. All right, so we're talking about the Rosetta API implementation of Dogecoin with Coinbase. And here's the actual API. What this does, it allows you to integrate your blockchain everywhere, right? So if you build with one platform, you can reuse it with other exchanges as well. And that is really helpful for Dogecoin, of course, as Dogecoin grows not only in popularity, but in acceptance and adoption. It is inevitable, guys, that Dogecoin is listed on all these exchanges. But why Rosetta? Why this API? It's an open standard designed to simplify blockchain deployment and interaction. Spend less time on integration and more time on novel blockchain advancements. So it's a powerful API that is currently already in use with these exchanges with other coins. For example, Cello, Coda, Blockstack, Cadena, Handshake, Filecoin, all these leading blockchain teams, they support the Rosetta API. The advantages of this is that it's faster onboarding. It's an industry standard, or has become rather an industry standard. And of course, it's growing in adoption, allowing developers to build applications by making code predictable and easier to fix, to debug. So it's really nice to see that Dogecoin developers right here, they've actually started to work on implementing this particular API so that Dogecoin can now be connected, or with that API connected to the Coinbase integration, right? And that's exactly what it is. Remember, Elon Musk also pushing Coinbase, Dogecoin to be on Coinbase, and that's probably coming out of Coinbase themselves, because that's what it says, because that's one of their requirements. And that's what it says here: Rosetta API implementation for every asset that Coinbase primarily lists. Complying with this requirement is good for Dogecoin. So again, this is a requirement from Coinbase, and now of course Dogecoin has to comply. And of course the developers are at it, guys, right? We're at it, and that's a good thing, right? That's excellent moving forward. So let me know what you think. Let me see how things are moving forward. Welcome, Party Plugin. It may be lagging a little bit, guys. It was lagging earlier, so I had to stop and start again. So I'm going to see if it still lags. If it does, I'm going to keep it short, this particular stream. But I hope to convey the actual message moving forward, because this is very, very important with Dogecoin Rosetta API implementation. There's a couple of other things I want to quickly mention, by the way, here regarding the Elon Musk tweet, which I just showed you, that he says sometimes it's about Doge. So here it is. He's just back into the game, trying to support Dogecoin. And also, here's the Dogecoin Rosetta API implementation. This overview is pretty cool, and it'll give you lots and lots of information, right? So this Rosetta Dogecoin is under initial development, and if it is not broken, this is accidental. Do not use this software yet, right? They're still working on it. And here's the overview. The Rosetta Dogecoin provides an implementation of the Rosetta API for Dogecoin in the Golang programming languages. This is by Google, based off of the Rosetta Bitcoin reference implementation provided by Coinbase. So check this out. They actually have a working copy of Rosetta Bitcoin as a reference, so they can simply create the Rosetta Dogecoin for Coinbase. That's super exciting, guys. That is absolutely nice. And of course, you haven't heard of Rosetta yet, you can find more information here. And I just talked about what that is. I even showed you the website. So here's the target features for version 1.0 for the Dogecoin Rosetta implementation. First, the Rosetta API implementation, both data API and construction API. And the second is the UTXO cache for all accounts, which includes, of course, the balances as well. And they talk more about the actual architecture. Their plans to use the Syncer, storage, parser, and server packages from Rosetta SDK, which is the software development kit, right? Written in the Go language, instead of a new Dogecoin specific implementation of packages. So they're not going to create everything from scratch. They're just going to use the existing, they're going to leverage from the existing Bitcoin Rosetta implementation and simply create the Dogecoin Rosetta implementation for Coinbase. And once they do that, by the way, it goes even beyond, because now Dogecoin can additionally be listed on other exchanges using the same Rosetta API. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. So check this out. This is awesome. Let me know what you think. All right. So Thomas Siddle, Tim, welcome, buddies. Thanks so much. What is going on with Dogecoin? It's staying steady at 0.057. Yeah, it's massively consolidating. Price moving sideways, and because of these implementations, because of this news, moving forward, we are going to see definitely a big spike. That's again my own humble opinion, so don't hold me to it, but that's what I see. It's just things are consolidating, and once all of this kind of opens up, the price is going to go up. Just with this, by the way, just with this Rosetta API development and implementation, whether it takes days, weeks, or whatever it is, this is going to be huge for Dogecoin, because once it gets listed on these exchanges like Coinbase and other exchanges as well, what do you think? It'll be more and more investors, more and more individuals are going to buy, because they'll be accessible to them. And it's easier for them, and even the institutions, right? The large institutional investors will be also buying Dogecoin, because it is the third most popular coin out there, guys. It's huge for Dogecoin, no doubt about it. Especially if you guys are already in the IT field, or if you're a software developer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is going to be huge for Dogecoin, from a back-end perspective, as well as from an investor, a layman individual who wants to invest in Dogecoin. This is going to allow Dogecoin to be easily listed on these exchanges, and these exchanges require the Rosetta API. They use the Rosetta API, which is the application programming interface, to connect with all these altcoins, cryptocurrencies. So this is definitely going to help big time. And guess what? Who's behind all of this initiative is Elon Musk, guys. He's the one who energized or incentivized these developers. Hey, guys, get on working. Let's build this baby up, right? Let's take Doge to the moon. And that's exactly what is happening, and we see that. So developers are working on this. They have set some targets for themselves. Of course, they also need help, because they're always looking for other developers who wants to chip in. And that will be exciting. So this is the code here. This is, of course, the Dogecoin Rosetta API implementation README guide. Just a couple of lines I read. But if you want to check this out, in fact, let me fork it. I don't know if I did already or not. If not, let's do it right now. Where should we fork Rosetta Dogecoin to me or to the Claydesk organization? Yeah, let's do Claydesk. So I like to pull this up in Claydesk so I can take a look at the code maybe even later on when I'm not streaming, right? All right. Perfect. But yeah, this is exactly what it is. So I'm myself going to also check it out sometime later on. when I have some free time, see what's going on. But this is huge, and what this does, let me pull this up again. Here it is. So right here, Dogecoin Rosetta API implementation, right? All right, guys. So if you're just joining in, make sure to hit the subscribe button, guys. Welcome. And if you are already here, thanks so much for your support. Appreciate it. So this is great news. This is actually news that if you're, once again, if you're a developer, if you're in this field, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the Dogecoin being implemented in Coinbase, but one of the requirements of Coinbase is to use the Rosetta API, the application programming interface. And that's exactly what it is, guys. This is huge news for Dogecoin moving forward. So keep in mind, this is history. I think this is history. If you're here and this gets implemented and it goes on to all the other exchanges, Dogecoin goes on the other exchanges, and these institutional investors jump into Dogecoin. And guess what? You know who the largest buyer of Dogecoin right now is? Yeah, you guessed it. It's Elon Musk himself. And we talked about it a few days ago. I did a whole stream that why Elon Musk would buy Dogecoin, just like he bought Bitcoin at Coinbase, $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin at Coinbase, right? So this is super, super duper news, guys. All right, welcome Chi-Town XRP. Appreciate you joining. And yeah, so this is absolutely great, wonderful news. Of course, right now Dogecoin is at about 0.057. It's holding, it's consolidating. Price is moving sideways, which on a 4-hourly chart, if the price continues to move sideways and if it does not drop, there's high probability that it will increase. All right. And I may be lagging a little bit, but I'm going to continue on. I'm going to keep pushing, guys. I'm going to keep pushing because this is great news. So we're talking about the Rosetta implementation. Let me bring up the site one more time. So if you just join in, you can see what this particular API does. You build once, in other words, you create this once, and you integrate the blockchain everywhere. So if this is for Dogecoin, we are able to take Dogecoin everywhere on the blockchain and integrate it anywhere, right, on any of these exchanges. And why Rosetta? It's basically an open standard designed to simplify the blockchain deployment and interaction. So you spend less time on integration and of course more time on blockchain advancements. And already the leading blockchain team, they support Rosetta, right? So definitely it's a big news moving forward with Dogecoin developers. So I wanted to bring this to you so you guys can actually see and then of course make an informed decision about whether to buy Dogecoin or not. But hey, like I always say, don't be crying, guys. Don't be crying if it hits 10 cents once it gets listed on Coinbase and other exchanges, or if it goes to $1. I don't know. So think about it. Make sure you do your homework. This is important. But that's exactly what it is. So these developers are basically, that's exactly what they're doing. So one of the requirements, right, is to comply with this requirement is good for Dogecoin. And that's what Coinbase wants Dogecoin to do. And not only this, it continues on. This also further improves commonalities with other coins as well that implemented this API, which means that the development towards this can serve much more than just the Coinbase requirement. Check this out, guys. It's right here, right in front of you, right? That's exactly what it is. So this is going to be huge moving forward. And Elon Musk, of course, tweeting all the time about Dogecoin. He just tweeted, half hour, an hour ago. Well, I just saw it, and of course, it's a couple of hours now. But that's what he tweeted to Friedman, right? Lex Friedman. Sometimes it's about Doge. That's what he said in a conversation with Lex Friedman, who does podcasts, right? So definitely Elon Musk has plans for it. And I think one of you guys also commented here that Tesla is also planning on using Dogecoin. I'm not sure, I missed that comment here somewhere. I'm getting so many comments. That's awesome. But yeah, this is great. If Tesla is also thinking about using Dogecoin, well, guess what? The party's just begun, guys, right? Doge to the moon already, because all of this is actually happening. It is not just speculation anymore. It's not just news, right? You see it right here. It's actually happening right as we speak, and all of this actually adds up to in favor of Dogecoin. All right. Check up some comments. I don't see this content anywhere apart from this channel. That's why I love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate your love and support. You guys are awesome. Sandeep says, wow, good content. This is why I love this channel. Thank you. I'm really humbled. My goal is to bring you solid piece of data, solid piece of information, right? So that you guys can make informed decision, whether it's in the short term, short to mid, or long term. And that's exactly what this is. Dogecoin Rosetta API implementation. Do not forget this day, guys, right? Remember this when you become millionaires, that, hey, this is where you saw this API implementation. Once again, if you are or have a little IT background or development background, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the power of the implementation. What Dogecoin is about to do is not only create or use the Rosetta API to list on Coinbase, but other exchanges as well, guys. Other exchanges, right? All of these other exchanges. So this is pretty powerful. All right. Thanks for your support, and of course, if you're new, if you're just joining in, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button, guys, and the bell notification so you get notified every single time there is some content every single day. So of course I stream every day, right? Whether it's doing technical analysis, whether it's something that supports Dogecoin and the growth of Dogecoin. So this is one of the most important things that just came out, and I wanted to share this with you so you know exactly what it is. So this is the Dogecoin Rosetta API implementation, where these developers have set up a repository, and anyone can go and check out the code and then of course contribute. So definitely, if you have if you're a software developer, if you have that kind of background, if you know anyone, you know, it's appreciated. So give a shout out, give a call out to all the tribes out there, anyone willing to help. And that's exactly what they're asking, what the Dogecoin developers are asking, right? They're saying, did a great call out. Pop City Peep did a great call out to all developer tribes to see if there's anyone willing to help. And I've received a huge amount of people, around 30 and counting. And I'm going to be also joining this part, by the way. I'm going to try to join the club here of these developers. This is so exciting. And they offered to help. This is deeply appreciated. You all are awesome. And that's how it is. That's what makes us, or this Doge community, awesome, right? Because we are going to the moon together. So to be able to coordinate outside of the Reddit inbox and remove myself as a single point of failure, the developer says, I have set up above mentioned repository to create a platform to work on this collaboratively and try to minimize duplicate work. Of course, what this does is you make changes to the code, and then of course you run it through the pipeline again, and then so on. So that's how it kind of works. It's really easy for working in a single repository, and multiple developers are working on it. And of course, he says, I will reach out to each tribe that message me to direct them there. Thanks, and let's get this done, tribes. To the moon. This is awesome. This is just great news, right? This is awesome, guys. So yeah, definitely. Let's pick up some comments here. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and of course, if you're already here, make sure you smash the like button, guys. All right, so we're talking about the Coinbase Rosetta API implementation for Dogecoin. And of course, we talked about the Elon Musk tweet. And here is the actual discussion. This I also want to cover. Welcome to the Rosetta Dogecoin discussions. Patrick Lauder just talked about it, 8 or 10 hours ago. He welcomes everyone. And then about a few hours ago, how much refactoring is there involved, considering how similar Doge is to Bitcoin, being a Litecoin fork, which forked from Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin also uses the Rosetta API, and all we need to do is just create the Dogecoin Rosetta API. So what they're looking for is the community, the developers, to get involved with the development community, and Dogecoin seems like a cool project to be a part of. I'm a DevOps guy. Hey, I'm a DevOps guy too, by the way, by trade, and I'm an enterprise architect. So I'm a DevOps guy and by trade, and primarily have experience with Python. Perfect. So Patrick says we actually reforked Dogecoin off of Bitcoin and then reapplied the Litecoin changes. So it's even better. That's cool, guys. That's awesome. That is just super, super awesome news, guys. It's a huge development. All right. Doge to the moon. Let's get some comments here. Welcome. Jeff Christopher. Thank you for joining, buddy. Appreciate you here. If you're new, by the way, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button. And of course, the bell notifications so you get notified. Tim, I want to come by you and make me dinner. Hey, we'll party, guys. Tim, just wait up. We will party all together once it crosses 10 cents. That's our first milestone. And then, of course, we have set additional milestones as we go on. So, yeah, keep that support coming up. Appreciate it. Let's see. There was another comment about how about Dogecoin, not Dogecoin? Good content. That's why I love this channel. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Appreciate it. There's so many coming in. Awesome. You guys are great. But we're talking about the Rosetta implementation of Dogecoin to be connected with Coinbase. All right, so we're talking about the developers, right? We're just going through the comments about developers, how they're requesting additional support from additional developers to contribute to this particular, to serve this particular purpose. And already 30 or so, including myself, have volunteered to be part of this, and that's awesome. So, and of course, I have an IT background, so it's kind of nice. Whether I'm able to contribute or not, it's just another thing, but definitely I'm in, and I'm going to do my best to do my part, right? That's exactly what it is. So Patrick says that we actually reforked Dogecoin off of Bitcoin and then reapplied the Litecoin changes, right? So it's even better, and that's exactly what is required of Dogecoin to even become a better product, right? To deliver value. And not much refactoring is needed. Hopefully we can even remove some of the code that is now ported over and just use the upstream code. That would be ideal. Awesome, brilliant. That is. So it's not really, it's basically working smart, right? Not working hard, because things are already exist. They already exist. So all we need to do as developers is simply take the existing code, refactor it a little bit, port it over, and then use it and create the use the Rosetta API for Dogecoin connectivity implementation with Coinbase. And of course, if one goes, everything else is just there. So Dogecoin will then be listed on all the rest of the exchanges, and that is awesome news. And remember our discussion with earlier that I did a stream that why Elon Musk will buy Dogecoin, because that's why he wants Dogecoin on Coinbase, guys. Remember, he's pushing it, and that's why he's going to buy it, because he already bought Bitcoin on Coinbase, and he's gonna do the same with Dogecoin. And I hear some news here about Tesla also using Dogecoin as part of their currency. And I would not be surprised that Elon Musk gets in there and buys Dogecoin, and that's going to the moon. That is going to the moon, guys, right? Whether it's going to $1 or $2 or 5 or 10, whatever it is, or 10 cents, it is going to the moon. Just a matter of time, because things are actually happening now, right? All right, so thanks, of course, Patrick. Looking forward to this. Hopefully this will be a catalyst for more to help. Yeah, more and more are joining. And of course, I'm an analyst, data scientist by trade. Not sure if my skills programming language are useful at the moment, but I'm happy to learn and make Dogecoin scale. That's exactly my scenario as well. As an enterprise architect, as a DevOps engineer, I'd be more than happy to be part of this too. This is super, super exciting. All right, so that's really the updates, quick updates on the Rosetta Dogecoin discussions and how things are going to be moving forward with the implementation. All right, let's check up some comments. Pilara, welcome. When is it listing in Coinbase? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about the developers working on using Rosetta API to connect to Dogecoin. And that's exactly what it is. All right, David Scooge, welcome. Just got in. What does this mean? Title clickbait? I don't think so. I don't think so. This is real, guys. This is real. What this means, let me just reiterate so that you know, David. David Scooge, right here. What this is simply the Rosetta API, which allows Dogecoin to be implemented in Coinbase. And one of the requirements of Coinbase is that they need this Rosetta API developed. So Dogecoin developers are actually working on this. They've started to work on it, and they've called for help from other developers to chip in and, of course, join this particular development phase. And once this is developed, Dogecoin will not only be listed on Coinbase, but it'll have the ability to be listed with other crypto exchanges. So there you go, David. There you go. It's huge. It is going to be huge, of course. All right. And that's what it is. Nathan, welcome. If you're new to the channel, by the way, make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. I appreciate your support, and of course, smash that like button. This is exciting news. This is history, by the way. I keep saying this is actually, so if you guys are here on this channel, you are making history, because you will remember this day once, of course, Elon Musk eventually buys Dogecoin and it is implemented. There's wide adoption of Dogecoin all across the globe. So hey, this is the core team that I have. Awesome, guys. You guys are just great. Alcaso de Paz, thank you for joining, and Jay Bird, thank you. Welcome. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you're already here, thanks so much. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and talk more about Coinbase Rosetta API implementation. And that's what I'm going to do. All right, Jaybird, great content. Knowledgeable analytics over hype. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And that's really my goal. I don't want to talk about just, fluff, right, guys? I mean, I want to talk something real, something substantial that actually will help grow Dogecoin and help you guys make informed decisions. So thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And by the way, do not forget that super chat and super stickers if you want to support InvestDesk as your channel. Yeah, definitely think about super chat and super stickers. I appreciate your support on this channel. Yeah, definitely. All right, so Nathan Breeze, love your channel, very detailed and accurate. Thank you so much. I appreciate, Nathan, your support and love. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm very, very humbled, and my goal is to bring you valuable content, right? Not just mere speculation and talk. But yeah, definitely. So this is it. This is one of those things where you will see, once Dogecoin Rosetta API is implemented with Coinbase, you are going to see Dogecoin being listed on other crypto exchanges, guys, like crypto.com. There are just so many, like, you name it. If it's not on those exchanges, they will have the ability to list Dogecoin, because the popularity of Dogecoin, the demand of Dogecoin is growing, faster than we can think. Institutional investors like JP Morgan, Grayscale Partners, they're all offering their clients Bitcoin already. They're just started to offer Bitcoin as part of their portfolios to their clients. And guess what? Dogecoin is going to just jump in and be part of it. Why not? And more importantly, guys, I've always said, in my opinion, Dogecoin is the most undervalued cryptocurrency out there at this price. So keep that in mind when you guys decide for yourself how to increase and build your portfolio for Dogecoin. So think about it. My goal is to give you information, data, so that you guys can make informed decisions. And that's really what that is. So David Skoog, thanks for the explanation. Greetings from Sweden. You're absolutely welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being part of this channel. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and smash that like button and the bell notifications so you get notified every single time I come up with a new stream. All right, DT, welcome. Thanks for joining. I appreciate your support, guys. You guys are just awesome. All right, let's see, what else do we have? Does an API act like an Oracle? Like an Oracle database? I'm not sure what you're asking, Chi-Town, but yeah, API is just application programming interface. Think of this as a bridge between two softwares, right? So there's a Dogecoin, right? And then of course there's Coinbase. So a bridge is an API that connects the two together seamlessly, right? That's what it is. So if Dogecoin needs to be traded on Coinbase, it needs a bridge, right? It needs an API, the application programming interface, and that's what it is. So yeah, this is perfect. So all right, let's get some more comments. Get those comments coming in. El Caso, if we ever make $1 million on Doge, what do we do with our taxes? Yeah, I'm going to be covering crypto taxes, by the way. That's a good point, and I'll definitely do. I have two things on my agenda coming up, either Friday and Saturday, tomorrow or day after, because we stream every day, right? One is about taxes and the other one is about wallets. Both are very, very important, and you will get some really, really good information out of me, right? Because I've been researching and I've been preparing for the last couple of weeks so that I can bring you additional knowledge and information. So yeah, we'll cover the crypto taxes and also the wallets as well. But for now, you want to be sure that every time you buy and sell, you are going to pay capital gains taxes, right? So you need to keep track of all of your like buying and selling things, right? So we're talking about right here, right now, the Rosetta Dogecoin discussions and the Rosetta API implementation. So those of you who are just joining in, thank you so much. Hit the subscribe button, guys, and of course smash the like button. And this Rosetta API, the application programming interface implementation, about Coinbase integration, is basically one of the requirements from Coinbase, is that there is a maintained API implementation for every asset they list. Complying with this requirement is good for Dogecoin, and that's what Dogecoin is going to do, because it is just a step up, right? And this also further improves the commonalities with other coins and implemented this API, which means that the development towards this can serve much more than just the Coinbase requirement. There you go. And that's what it is. However, this effort should not be driven inside the Dogecoin Core client or from the project team, because that would be hard to maintain. So that's what it is. All right, so Hey, thanks so much, Syed. Thanks for the super sticker. Thanks for the support. Thank you for supporting Invest Desk as your #1 channel, bringing you valuable information too. Yeah, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for the super chat, and thanks for the super sticker. Appreciate it. All right, Billy G, welcome. Stack Tesla news soon. Doge 0.08 by Friday. Very, very likely. Very, very likely. Absolutely. I was just going to talk about this, but yeah, thanks for already the insight. It's going to happen. Michael Chap, welcome. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and, of course, smash the like button. Estimated time for change development and implementation. Yeah, that's a good question. I was going through this, trying to find the change, but right now it is just the call out for other developers to join, and there are about 30 plus developers already jumping on this and will develop. So we'll see how this pans out. I'm going to keep you guys updated because I'm also going to make myself part of this. I've already forked the repository for myself, so I'll keep definitely a close eye on the development efforts and be communicating with all these other developers as well. So yeah, definitely I'll get you the updates as soon as I have them. But thanks for bringing this up. Appreciate it. Carter C, welcome. Dogecoin going to be big? You bet. You bet. Why not? That's it. It's right here. You see it. It's happening. And of course, every single time we have all these actions that we see for Dogecoin, whether it's listing on Coinbase, whether it's not just Coinbase. If this API gets implemented with Coinbase, it's going to be implemented for everything else on all other exchanges, which means Dogecoin will open up to a huge audience globally, and especially institutional investors, right? And of course, the very large buyer that we already have on the list is Elon Musk, guys, right? Definitely. So yeah, thanks for your support, guys. I appreciate you joining this channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button because this is your #1 channel for cryptocurrency investing. Daily news, forecasts and updates, and technical analysis. That's what we do here. All right, so I'm going to talk about the Rosetta API implementation, which I did extensively. I also mentioned the tweet by Elon Musk, just recent tweet where he's talking about replying to Lex Fridman, who does podcasts, and Elon Musk says sometimes it's about Doge, right? That's part of his conversation. I think I have the conversation right here. So Elon Musk, just 2 hours ago, right? Just a few hours ago, he's talking about and replying to Lex about Dogecoin, right? So that's really what we see that Elon Musk wants. How bad he wants Doge, right? And I also, by the way, did a video a couple of days ago, just a short video. You may want to go check that out regarding Dogecoin and the whales and what percentage do they own and what percentage do retail investors own and so on. So yeah, go check that out. That'll also give you some greater insight so that you guys can make informed decisions for yourself. All right, so let's take a look at quickly the chart. Dogecoin is at 0.057. The technical signals are still a buy. The moving averages is a strong buy. So all of this is just kind of cooking, right? That's what I want to call it. It's just holding steady. The price moving sideways, going up just a little bit, but primarily sideways, and of course getting ready to jump to at least 8 cents. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the comments was maybe it'll go 8 cents on Friday, which is tomorrow, right? Or even over the weekend. So let's see how this works out. But definitely, all things are looking good, all positive things. But let's get back to the Rosetta API. What this does, it allows you to integrate your blockchain everywhere. And leading blockchain teams already use Rosetta, including Bitcoin and Filecoin and other Blockstack, Coda, Sia, Handshake. All these, they use this API integration. So this is one of the great news. I wanted to share this with you. Important very useful, and definitely will take Dogecoin to the next level. We see with the price that it's already stabilizing, it's flooring at 0.057. That's the new floor, guys, right? So no looking back. We're not going back. We're just going to the moon. We're going and moving ahead. So definitely thanks so much for your support, guys. You guys have been great. This is awesome. Welcome, Joe. Welcome, Dino. Appreciate it. What happens if Doge hits 20? How much will I pay in taxes? Yeah, I'm going to cover crypto taxes, guys. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. Either I'm going to cover tomorrow or over the weekend, taxes and wallets, right? Hardware, software, all kinds of wallets. I'm going to cover those too in the next 2 streams. So definitely keep an eye out. This is going to be huge. In the next couple of days, you will have all of the information. But basically what you do is once you trade, buy and sell, you definitely get, you'll have to pay capital gains taxes if you're in the United States. And that's exactly what you need to keep track of. Typically, what these exchanges do, what these trading platforms do, they give you either an Excel spreadsheet detailing out all of your transactions, right? And then of course you have to go through them and kind of take a look at them, and that's what we do. All right, welcome Ryan, welcome Daniel, appreciate it. Holding 14,000, adding to the moon. Ryan says, you bet, we are going to the moon. And all of this news with these developers, Coinbase Rosetta API, Dogecoin development, not just Coinbase itself, but other platforms, of course, equally good. So thank you so much for your support, guys. Appreciate it. I wanted to bring this up so that you guys can make some nice and informed decision for yourself. A couple of more things before we move forward. I want to talk about Rosetta here. I saw something in documentation that may also be very useful. So the principle of Rosetta APIs is simply to make a set of explicit design choices to enable simpler, faster, and more reliable blockchain integrations. So they highly recommend reading about the design principles to familiarize yourself with these choices prior to building with Rosetta. So these developers are going to go through this documentation. I'm going to go through this documentation, and of course, chip in, put in my 2 cents into the development of Rosetta API as much as I can. And that's exactly what is required. 30 or more individuals have already opted in, and this is super exciting. We're jumping in, trying to develop this API as fast as we can. I'm going to try to keep track of the timeline and keep you updated. So if this news breaks and Coinbase requirement is met, Dogecoin is able to trade on Coinbase. That would be awesome, wouldn't it, right? And guess what? The first buyer, in my opinion, would be Elon Musk for Dogecoin at Coinbase, guys. He is going to buy definitely. Don't hold me to it, but this is what I foresee. This is my own personal opinion, and I'm in, right? Myself, I'm in. So hey, but yeah, definitely this is Rosetta API, application programming interface, that the Dogecoin developers are actually working on. So this is super exciting, and of course I also showed you the entire thread of developers talking about and see how they can actually use it and create and develop this. All right, let's pick up some comments. Emmanuel Moses, welcome to the channel. If you're new, by the way, hit the subscribe button, guys. Or if you're already here, smash that like button. Appreciate your support. Ryan Longworth, holding 14,000. I mentioned that already. Jesus Mangual, in New York State, the IRS gets 26% in taxes for profits on crypto. Yeah, I mean, these are the tax rates, guys. That's how it is. And it's just sometimes gets crazier than what we can think of, right? Because obviously we're making money on these trades, we're growing our portfolios, And that's how it is. All right, Macaroni Jack, welcome. It can't get past 0.5899 because of dumps. That's partly true because, of course, investors take profits. Although we promote, I'm hodling, right? So I'm just long-term guys, right? I have no intention to sell or even pump and dump. That's just myself, right? I have other portfolios that I do that with, other cryptos that I'm working, that I have, that I do. But with Dogecoin, my primary portfolio is not my primary, rather decision with Dogecoin is not to do pump and dump in Dogecoin, and I have it here exactly. Whales only need to make 1 cent. They've been botting all week. I've covered whales in the last 2 videos, by the way. Go check that out. I did a full technical analysis on Dogecoin, and I mentioned these whales, who these whales are, and how many whales are active and how many whales are not active, right? In other words, they're not pumping and dumping. So that's exactly what it is. That's why we see the price being stabilized, right? At least we have the good news is that we have a floor, right? We have a floor at 0.057 or 0.058. That's our new floor. All right, welcome everybody. If you're new, by the way, just tuning in, just joining Invest Desk, make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. Appreciate your support, and smash that like button while you're at it, and the bell notifications so you get notified every single time. And yesterday, by the way, Pop City did a great call out to all developer tribes. So let's see if I can open this up and show you guys this, show you the call out. This is the support that we can provide to each other, and we must, because that's really what the community is all about. It's not just about me, it's just about us, right? All of us. So Pop City tweeted, are you a developer? Help Dogecoin. The Dogecoin devs need a developer to help implement Coinbase API. Can you or anyone help? Hey, I'm here. I'm helping.